What's going on, YouTube world? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. Let's get it in. We're gonna talk about reincarnation. I'm gonna start this video off with this story. I told you guys, we are not the body. You can't create energy nor destroy it. It can only be transformed. It can only be transferred. Reincarnation is real. But let's let the story go.
This is the reality we're in now, where people are being reincarnated back to life and remembering their old life. And in some cases, like this, they're coming back and solving their own murders. Now wait until you hear this. So this here behind me is T2 Singh, and he's a boy from India. And he claimed that he lived before, and he would tell his mum and dad loads of stories about how he had a wife and 2 kids, and they owned a radio cassette shop. And finally they started listening to him because he kept going on and on about it. And he was like, I know where it is, and I think my wife is still alive, my 2 kids should be still alive. And sure enough, when the parents brought the boy to the radio cassette shop back then, guess who was there? His wife. And he starts speaking to his wife and saying, I know your name and I know our 2 kids' names, and going into mad detail. And she was like, oh my God, you're a reincarnation of my husband. And he says, I have one more thing to tell you. I was shot in the head. And she was like, yeah, I know, you were killed on the street. And he's like, I know who done it. And she's like, what? And he went to the police with his wife. So imagine walking to the police station with her husband, who's now a reincarnation of a little boy, like fucking mad. And he goes and tells the police, right, this is madness. The police line up loads of men to see who was the actual killer, because the boy knew, and he picked out who it was. He was going, that man right there shot me. And lo and behold, they investigated the matter. It took a couple of weeks, but eventually the man confessed to killing that other person who the boy claimed to be. I mean, this is wild. And if you want to research it as much as you can just to find out, fact check it, go ahead. This is 100% true. His name is T2 Singh, and this story is unbelievable. This is it now. This is the reality we're in now, where people are being reincarnated back to life and remembering their old life. And in some cases, like this, they're coming back and solving their own murders. Now wait until you hear this. So this here behind me.
So, for the people, that don't believe reincarnation is possible, how do you explain that story? That's not the first case where someone solved their murder because of reincarnation. That's not the first case, and it won't be the last. What are they gonna say now? How do you explain that? Huh? Y'all can look up these stories if y'all want to. The thing is, when you do research like that, when you do research on reincarnations and people solving the murders like that, there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of stories like that all over the world. America, India, all over the world. Now, here's my question. We know reincarnation is real, right? First of all, we know energy can't be created nor destroyed. That is a fact. You cannot create or destroy energy. Your energy only can, transform into something else. You truly don't really die. You know what I mean? So my question is, How does the reincarnation process work? Why do we reincarnate back into here? Why? Do we have a choice? Do we have a choice whether or not to come back here? It seems like most of the reincarnation story seems like, it's out of their will. They don't really say, because when you look at most of these reincarnation story, most of them, they don't really say, yeah, I wanted to come back here. They just reincarnate, and they just remember bits of pieces of their past life. Notice how they don't remember what actually happened during those times before they got into reincarnating, before they got into reincarnated into the human body. They don't remember nothing between then. They only remember their past life, meaning that they can't remember whether or not if they wanted to come here again. They just remember their past life. It makes me question, like, how does the reincarnation process work? Why are we keep reincarnating over and over again? And you know what I mean? And if, you know what I mean? So, does anything we do in this world matters? If I could just reincarnate over again and start a new life, does anything really matters? Doesn't matter. If I have the ability, the ability to reincarnate as much time as the soul wants. Again, we're not the body. That's a fact. We're energy. That's facts. So what's the purpose of our life? What's the purpose of reality? What's the purpose of life if we just could keep reincarnating over and over again? Meaning that your memory could be wiped. You know what I mean? And people that be having reincarnation, right? People that reincarnate, they mostly, right? Obviously, mostly be kids. Notice that? Not only that, they come back in different culture, different ethnicity. There was a reincarnation story of a white kid who said he was a black woman during the 80s. A white kid said he was a black woman during the 80s. Why would he make that up? I told you. You are energy. The human body is just a vessel. You can be man, you can be woman, you could be tall, short, you could be Chinese, Japanese, black, white. Those are physical attributes of a human being. Those are physical attributes of human reality, of human experiences. You can experience anything you want to in this reality. You are not the body, like I always teach. You are not the body. Everything is a game. So if that kid can get shot and come back and solve his own murder and still and left 2 kids behind, and you still you here. Life has no meaning. It has no purpose. It's just a game. We only give it meaning. We only give it a purpose. It's up to you to decide that. But there's no set rules. There's no set purpose of life. If that was the case, then why this guy, reincarnated to solve his murder? You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all be good. Y'all still wear it, and I'm out.